Okay, students, welcome again to understand about the types of e-payment systems. Last video, we discussed about credit cards, features, model, size, and contents of the card. What is exactly the credit card number displays, and latest benefits to the merchants, benefits to the card holders, benefits to the issuing company, and disadvantages also we discussed. Okay, now we are going to understand, in this video we are going to understand about debit cards, or what are the exactly the meaning of debit cards. So last videos we discussed about consumer mercantile model from the consumer perspective, mercantile model from the merchant's perspective. So all this you look at earlier video. And EPS also. Students, remember EPS is a very important question. Electronic payment system is a very important question. You please remember, you have to answer all this with side readings. Okay. Definition, use of EPS. What are the requirements for EPS? Types of e-payment systems, benefits, transactions, security issues, and you have to write your opinion on EPS also. So this is EPS. Now we are going to see about credit cards. Okay, in the last video we discussed about credit cards. Credit card is a pre-approved credit amount with pre-approved credit amount, purchase now and pay later. It's a plastic card. It was initiated in 1887 by Edward Bellamy in his Ethiopian novel Looking Backward. The size exactly, all the credit card companies should have to be follow the size 85.6 into 53.98 millimeters. Eligibility, particular displayed on card. So look at the 16 digits means in 4 parts. One is industry ID, credit card industry ID. Then next 7 digits are issuer card. Next 5 digits are issuer card. And 9 digits are card holder account number, and the last digit is a checksum. You please check with what exactly the meaning of checksum. Okay, types of credit cards were explained in that. And next, cycle, credit card cycle, purchase to payment. When we purchase till the payment. Okay, this was explained. Advantages to the card holders, merchants, and issuing companies. Safety tips what we have to. Now look at the one more plastic card, that is debit card. It is also known as a bank card. A debit card is also a plastic card that provides an alternative payment method to cash when making purchases. Old system is, from whenever we want to go to shopping, first we will go to bank and withdraw money before day or on the same day, and we will use that cash for shopping. Now need not to worry about that one. Your money is in bank only. The gateway debit card will help you to use your cash. So it can be called an electronic check, as the funds are withdrawn directly from bank account or from the remaining balance on the card. So it is a gateway between your account and the merchant banker account to transfer your cash from your account to the merchant account. That is the debit card. It is also, the features are with the credit card only. So debit card or bank card is used in cash transactions which is not a credit card. So the difference between debit card and credit card is pre-approved loan is on credit card, and here it is our amount is used. Whatever the amount in our account is used with this. So debit transactions, the amount of purchase is withdrawn from the available balance. Here it is available balance, the cardholder's account. If the available funds are insufficient, the transaction is not completed, also called asset card or payment card in UK, US, like that. So it is a limited popularity in India where the merchant charged for each transaction. Even credit card transaction also charged, but that is not our money. Even though we are using our money, own money, debit card transactions also they charge 2% or 3%, like that. So most Indian banks issue Visa debit cards like SBI and Citibank, and some also issuing Master cards. Some are Visa card or MasterCard, like that. So these are the Visa, Mastro, Citibank, Visa, Mastro, and Cyrus, Visa Electron. These are the card issuing companies. Card issuing companies. So advantages of debit card are: who is not credit worthy may find it difficult or impossible to obtain a credit card can more easily obtain a debit card. There is no eligibility and there is no separate credit worthiness to debit card. Simply whenever I open a bank account, then the bank will issue a card to use my money in my account. So need not to be credit worthy. Just you need a bank account and you are request the bank to issue debit card. Use of debit card is limited to the existing funds in the account. That's all. Your debit card is linked with your account. You have a right to use your amount available in your account. It may be used to obtain cash from an ATM or a PIN-based transaction with no extra charge other than a foreign ATM fee itself. So we can withdraw money throughout the network provided by the debit card banks, and also when we want to withdraw money from foreign ATMs with charges it were allowed. Before you are leaving, you have to ask your bank to enable for foreign transactions. Disadvantages. Now many banks are charging non-sufficient fund fees based upon the pre-authorizations. So you are not authorized to use more than your money. If the bank is allowed, it may be charged. Many merchants mistakenly believe that amounts owed can be taken from the customer's account after a debit card has been presented without agreement as to date, payee name, amount and currency, causing penalty fees or overdraft. This may not happen. Sometimes it may happen accordingly. Debit cards offer lower levels of security protection than credit cards. Exactly. So whenever we are using the debit card in ATM machines, then some phishing actions are taken place. They are looting, they are taking our PIN number and card number, photographs of that. According to that, they are creating a cloned cards, and those who are cloned cards are used to access our account. They may happen sometimes misusing. Law protects the consumer from the fraud much less than with the credit card. Credit card rules and laws are quite different with the debit card rules and laws. So whenever credit card transactions are there, if I reported, then transaction may be either reversed or maybe comes under law, but it may not happen in case of debit cards. Okay, so some precautions we have to take that exclusively I consolidated for debit card of SBI ATM. Change your PIN after first usage periodically with 180 days or 6 months whenever you feel insecure. So first PIN card was issued by the bank, we have to change it because that was known by some clerical people or somebody. We have to change that one. Never keep the PIN with the card. Don't write your PIN number on the cover of the credit card, debit card. Never write it on the card or just to memorize it. Hide keypad with one hand while keeping in your PIN at ATM or POS terminals. So earlier it is not there. Now there was a cover was given for the ATMs or POS machines which cannot be seen by others. I come across with one ATM keypad. Then they are jumbled the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4 pattern is there na? That 1, 2, 3, 4 pattern is changed by the ATM machine because if the camera is there, then they will try to access the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4 keyboard is there na? They will find out with my finger movements which numbers I am typing. So each customer, if the pattern is changed, they may not find out the PIN number through the pattern I type. So do not let strangers come into the ATM room and while you are doing your transaction, and do not take help of strangers at ATM. So most probably security people are there, they will restrict you, don't allow you whenever one person is in the ATM room. Even presently, because of the insecurity among the customers, they will look us differently when we enter while they are doing transaction. So better to don't go enter into the ATM machine if the other person is doing ATM, and don't allow the other person when you are doing. Block and destroy your old cards whenever you got a new one. Don't transact if you observe any attachments or unusual devices connected to the ATM. So whenever the ATM cards are and ATM machines, sometimes they use it to observe some phasing cameras are there, machines are there, like that. Check your account statement periodically. If you lose your card, if it is SBI, call this number and ask them to block your card. Do not provide ATM card number or PIN number to details to anybody, even though they are telling that we are from bank or RBI or some other government like that. So register your mobile number at ATM branch and get SMS alerts, the transactions for whatever the transactions you made. So take these precautions to secure credit debit card transactions. Okay. Now we'll go to the digital cash. Right. What is digital cash? Aims to mimic the functionality of paper cash by providing such properties of anonymity and transferability of payment. Digital cash is intended to be implemented data which can be copied and stored or given as a payment. So digital cash, the cash is in form of digital form, that is shown in our account. Okay. So David Lee Chung, the inventor of the cryptography protocols as well as eCash or DigiCash, is 1881 paper, untraceable electronic mail, written addresses and digital pseudonymics laid the groundwork for the field of anonymous communications research. The first electronic payment was sent in 1994. This person who is started electronic or who is a cryptographer. Cryptography is digitalization of the transactions. So digitalization of the transactions. Right. So electronic payment from the 1994. We saw that credit cards were 1887. 1887. After that, electronic payment was made in 1994. So most money is already paid in electronic form, credit or debit card, or direct transfer between accounts. Service like PayPal. So usually, you just go through this text. Okay, digital cash can be used offline. All digital cash is e-cash, but all e-cash is not a digital cash, also called electronic cash. Unlike credit card payments, where the identity of the buyer can be established, digital cash is anonymous. Okay, credit cards or e-cash can be used for online transactions or via POS machines only. Digital cash can be used offline also. Okay. The cryptography help us to go through this innovative method. Okay, how the cash will be transformed. Physical cash transformation to the e-coins and e-wallets. So my physical cash will be deposited into account, converted into digital form. I cannot visualize. Nobody can visualize. It can be reusable and can be used in online, offline also, which is secured. Transfer to the, you see the Reserve Bank of India will transfer the amounts to state governments. State governments will transfer to the pensioners. Pensioners will transfer to one merchant. Look at, there is no paper, totally digital cash it is. And it is widely accepted, can be used in anywhere. So how the digital cash? Issue of digital cash. Bank will issue the digital cash and transfer the digital cash to some other person. He will present with his account and he will transfer the same digital cash to other bank account. So it is routine between the bank, sender, receiver. Pros and cons of the online digital cash system: provides fully anonymous and untraceable digital cash. No double spending problems. Coins are checked within real time during the transaction. No additional secure hardware is required. Okay. So disadvantages: communications overhead between merchant and the bank. So you just look at the Nirav Modi case. A fraud has been happened by Punjab National Bank because of this digital cash only. The bank has to offer the overdraft in digital format, and that digital cash is overused by Nirav Modi and Mohil Choksi. Later they are unable to believe about that one. Here the concept is okay, merchant and the bank. Huge database of coins, records. The bank server needs to maintain an ever-growing database for all the used coins, serial numbers. Digital tokens or coins were used. Usually they have to connect with the or link with the bank database. Difficult to scale, synchronize, and coins are not reusable. Digital tokens, here we have to understand about tokens or coins. Features of digital cash: reduce transaction cost, need not to worry about any transfer physical amounts. Truly global currency, yes, exactly. Economic integration, anywhere this can be acceptable, can be used for offline transactions also. Nobody will know about this one, have authority, cannot be traceable. Okay, right. So disadvantages or challenges. Forgery is one of the important. So if you know my credentials, you can enter into my account and you can use my digital cash. Money laundering, private minting of cash. Minting in the sense of printing itself. Private minting itself. So duplicate cash also a possibility to generate. Low financial inclusion in developing countries. In the sense, so this can be used very rare, not like rural people are. Okay, so financial inclusion is very less. Susceptible to hacking. It is in the form of digital. That's why people can enter into my account and transactions. Sorry, and it is depends upon the laptops and internet on this. Okay. So what may be the future prospects of digital cash? Number of competing protocols and it is unclear which ones will become dominant. Digital cash systems start with the participating bank issues cash numbers or other unique identifiers carry give value. Okay? So which I am going to tell about this digital cash are bitcoins or cryptocurrency. Okay, which cannot be known by others, and we will in detail study about the cryptocurrency in one video. Digital currency developed and the concept of digital cash developed by David Choham. Bitcoins cannot be traded offline. It is online. Bitcoins and all bitcoins or cryptocurrency is online. So the future government, Indian government is banned this cryptocurrency, but some countries are accepting the cryptocurrency. And whenever sometimes hackers, what they will do, they will hack our company website and they will demand money in digital format, bitcoins. So to which account it was transferred, nobody will know. Nobody will know that one. It is not possible to trace out. If the money was transferred to my bank account, so my bank account is linked with my Aadhaar card and address proof, they can easily trace. But if it is in the form of bitcoins, it cannot be traceable. So this is happened earlier and is also in future also may happen. And in future is for the bitcoins as well as the cryptocurrency, which is going to come and rule the world. So this is cryptocurrency. This we will have a separate video. Okay, students. Bye.